Okay, Canva just recently dropped 9 brand new tools, and I am not okay. Like, I literally had to stop what I was doing because some of these are about to change the way you design forever. I'm talking faster editing, smarter image creation, crazy AI capabilities, and one feature that had me saying, wait, what? Out loud in my office. I'm telling you now, if you're running an online business or creating digital products, at least 3 of these can save you massive time every single week and drastically level up the quality of your designs, even if you're a complete beginner. And you know I don't gatekeep, so I'm walking you through all 9, what they are, and how to use them with examples for each. And make sure you watch all the way to the end because the last one is a feature that we pretty much all have been begging Canva for literally years. So let's get into it. All right, the first one we're looking at is element effects. When you're working with a graphic element inside your project, you can now click on it and come up to the top floating toolbar where it says effects, and you'll see the element effects menu pop out here to the left. These are options that we didn't have before to level up your graphics. We did have similar effects previously with photos and text, but now we can do this with things like icons and illustrations. You can see things like a drop shadow, a glow, an echo effect, but we also have this advanced section with fun things like radioactive, which gives your element an outline and a fun little glow effect. You could do retro, where it adds fun retro colors and a retro looking shadow underneath. There's midnight, Malibu, chroma. There's so many fun ones. And you'll notice as you click on them, you'll have different options with sliders. You can adjust things like the direction of the shadows underneath, the offset, which is basically the distance or how far away the shadow is coming out. So if you have multiple layers like this one, you can really drastically change the look of it by adjusting some of these advanced options. I really like the look of this aura one. It gives it a nice gradient here, but if I wanted to change, let's say, the colors that were in this, I could come up to the top where I would click to change the color. And of course, I can come over to the left and click where my gradient currently lives, and I could change out the colors of this gradient. So what colors are actually showing in this effect. I could add colors. I can change the style of the gradient, so what directions the colors are going in. So these effects are just so fun and so useful to help level up your designs. All right, the next one is called Magic Decorate. This is a super helpful tool that's going to help you use AI to generate a background for your design. So I just have this sort of blue colored background with some text that says Summer Pool Party Extravaganza. Let's say I'm wanting to create sort of like a flyer or invitation for a pool party I'm going to throw, but I don't really know how to decorate this background. I can select the background and come up to Edit. And then under the editing menu to the left, you'll see now a tool that says Decorate. Now at the time of this filming, there is a little crown symbol showing up here, which means that this tool is currently a Canva Pro only tool. You will have to be a Canva Pro user and be on their paid Pro plan to access this. Now, if you don't currently have Canva Pro, but you'd like to try it out and get access to some of these more advanced features and premium fonts, photos, and graphics, then I've got my affiliate link in the description box below. That'll give you a free 30-day pro trial so you can try it out completely for free for 30 days and see if it's a good fit for what you need. Okay, so I'm going to click on Decorate, and then I'm going to input a prompt describing what I want in the background. Now, this is optional. It's saying you don't have to put anything here. You can just let Canva do its thing and come up with what it thinks is best. But for now, I'm going to give it some just short explanations. So I'm going to say summer theme, pool party icons, and illustrations in bright colors. Then I'll click generate, and it's given me 4 different options here on the left. So I can click through on these and see what Canva has done with the background and go with the one that I like the best. I think it did a pretty good job in getting the whole vibe of the summer pool party that I was asking it for. It's given me some fun beach balls and pool floats, sunglasses, ice cream cones, an actual pool with a palm tree, a sun. Now, of course, in any of these, I can select the elements themselves if I want to move them around or resize them or even just delete them. But this is just a really fun, quick and easy way to level up the background of any design if you're feeling like you're a little bit stuck and short on ideas. All right, next up, we're talking brand components. So a brand component is a really useful tool where you can take any text or graphic in your design and make it into an actual brand component, which means that you can then later edit the source component and then instantly change all of the instances of that component that are used across your designs. This takes out a lot of manual effort if you're needing to update branding or if you change a color of something, so you won't have to go back and individually change that element everywhere it appears manually. You can just change the source element or component one time and instantly apply that change across the board. So let's take this design as an example. Let's say I want to make this little only 10 with the circle behind it a component. I'm going to select all of the parts that I want to be part of this component, and then I'm going to click on these these 3 dots and choose the option that says Create Component. This will allow me to type in a name, so I might type in Price Badge, and then I can click Save to Brand Kit to have easy access to add this later from my brand kit. If I have multiple brand kits, I can then select which one I want from this drop-down menu and then select which category it's going to go in inside my brand kit. For now, I'm just going to put this in my logos category and click Create. So now when I'm over here in my brand kit, I'll see it under logos. There it is. And I can also see when I select it in my design now, it's showing the name of it, the price badge component. And this little button that says source is my link to get back to the source if I ever want to edit it in the future. So I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But first, let's just add a few extra pages here where I'm going to just go ahead and bring this component in on a new page so I can show you in a moment how we apply the edit. So I've got a new page here with this one just so we can differentiate. I'm going to give this a separate background color. And let's do a third page with this pink background color. Again, I'm going to pull this component in just as an example. So we've got the original here in this pancake design. Then I've got my 2 extras just for this demo. So let's say I have used this component across a lot of different designs in my branding, and then eventually I maybe want to rebrand or just change the color or something about this component. I can go back to the original by clicking here where it says source. That'll open up the component in a brand new project that looks a little bit different from what I'm used to in the normal editor. It's got this dot grid background, but this is where I can edit the original. So I'm going to select the area that I want to edit. Let's say I want to change the color of this little background circle element. I'm going to select that and come up to the color, change it to whatever other color I want. So that's the new color. And then a really important step here is to come in the top right and click Publish Updates. I'll click Publish Updates again to confirm the changes. And now if I come back to the original and select it, I'll see this little update button here. It has a little red dot next to it. And if I click that update button, it'll give me the option to update it just this one instance, which is just this one on the pancake breakfast design, or I can update all instances where it's used in my project, which would include these other 2 pages that I created as well. For now, I'm going to click Update All Instances, and there you can see it's changed to the new color. And if I go over to my other pages where I created this as well, it's updated the color across the board inside this project. Now, this is going to be super helpful for a lot of things, not only for creating things like social media graphics or marketing materials, but also if you're creating digital products to sell. If you're not aware, digital products are designs that you create digitally and can make passive income on, meaning that you create them once, but then set them up to sell on repeat over and over again. And every time you make a sale, because it's digital, there's nothing physical to package or ship. It gets instantly delivered to your buyer and you make profit every single time. Hence the term passive income. It's literally my favorite business model and is what I have personally sold to build my business to over 7 figures. I had so many people asking me about how I was selling digital products because it can be a little bit intimidating to get into to learn all of the nitty-gritty details. So I created a deep dive 45-minute long masterclass that I think is going to be super helpful for you if you're interested in learning how to start and grow this type of digital products business. So I've got that linked in the description box below. You can click on it. It's totally free to watch. Hop over there when you're done here watching this video. And I've also got a link in the description box below for my free digital products starter guide. So if you just want a quick downloadable reference guide instead of a full class, that's available as well. It's going to give you all of the crucial information that you need to know to get started selling digital products successfully. It's honestly what I wish I had had when I first started selling, to give you all the details on what digital products are, what types you can sell, where to sell them, how to create them, information on different file types and resolution, all the techie things. It's all broken down super simply in that guide. So go ahead and grab that as well, totally for free, just my gift to you for being here to help you get started off on the right foot. All right, next up on the list is your personal brand kit. Brand kits have been part of Canva for a while now, but they just introduced the ability to have your own personal brand kit so you don't have to ever touch your company's when you want your own personal branding. So to create your own personal brand kit, you can either come to the brand tab on the left-hand side, straight from where you're working inside the editor. You can click where the drop-down menu is and then come down all the way to the bottom where it says Create Personal Brand Kit. You can also access it from the Canva homepage, again on the left where it says Brand. Click the drop-down menu where your current brand kits are showing and come down to Create Personal Brand Kit. You'll be able to give your brand kit a name, so I might say Kate's Personal Brand Kit, and then click Create. Now this is going to look the same as it does when you're creating any other brand kit. You can upload things like logos, your color scheme, your specific fonts, give Canva information on your brand voice, upload stock photos or graphics, icons, charts. You can even create your own new category. But this is just super helpful specifically when you are working with a team or multiple company brand kits and you want your own personal colors and fonts, photos and logos, this is how you can actually keep that separate now, but still have quick access to your own personal assets inside of Canva. Now we're about to move on to tool number 5, but if you're getting value out of this video, would you consider subscribing to the channel by hitting that subscribe button below? We release new tutorials and videos every single week, so that'll make sure that you never miss any of our new content. And also give this video a like by hitting that little like button down there as well. That truly means the world to us as it helps support our channel. All right, next up on the list is turning a photo into a stylized graphic. So you can see I've got a cute little picture of my puppy here, and I've got a sketch style image that I want to use the style of and apply to this photo of the puppy. So to do this, you'll just select the element that has the style that you want, and then you'll come up to this top toolbar over to the right where it says style. It's got this little paint roller symbol, and then you're going to click copy art style, and that'll give you the paint roller as your cursor. So then you're going to hover over the photo that you want to change into that new style and click. It'll then go ahead and apply whatever that style was to your photo that you just clicked on. And check out how cute this turned out. This is so great. This is the photo of my puppy, but in more of a sketch style image. And this is so useful, again, especially if you're thinking about creating digital products to sell. There's so many different fun pet portraits, house portraits, portraits of families that sell super well on platforms like Etsy in different styles. So you'll have customers that will send you their own custom photos, and you can use a tool like this to change it into something like a sketch style or a watercolor style. And people will pay money for this. So this is, again, just a great tool to use for creating those types of digital products to sell. And remember to click that link in the description box below to hop over and watch that free digital product masterclass if you're interested in getting started with selling some of these types of products. Okay, next up, we're talking AI video effects. So to access these from the homepage, you're going to come to the left to the template library, click where it says templates, and then you'll see here where it says Meet AI Video Effects. And there are so many different fun templates here to choose from. You can hover over each one to get an example of what it's actually going to do inside the video. But this is where it's going to take your photo or media to start with and apply this same type of video effect. So let's say I want to do this copy machine one. I'm going to go ahead and click on that and click where it says Add Image. Then I'm going to be able to choose any of my images that I want to use in this video. Maybe I'll just choose one of my brand photos for now, and then I'm going to select Create with AI. So now it's going to work for a minute to apply the photo that I selected to the video template, and here's the preview of it. So super cute. It's making it look like my photo is printing out of this copy machine, and it automatically saves your video to your projects and your uploads, and you can then either choose to open it up in the editor or download straight from here. I think this tool is so fun and so helpful for a lot of different purposes. You could use these short little cute videos for social media or marketing, and you can create these now in a matter of just minutes with these fun AI video effects templates. So what do you think? Comment below and let me know. I'm interested to know if you think these would be helpful, if you tried them out, did they turn out right? Comment and let me know your thoughts. Okay, our next one is also video related, and these are video building blocks. So to access these, you'll go ahead and create your mobile video project and then come to the left where it says templates. If you scroll down, you'll see some different categories here like video hooks, video sound effects, and video text effects. So let's say I'm interested in the hooks section. I'm going to click to see all. And again, I can hover over these to get an example to see what effects it's applying here for each video template. So these are combining different text effects. Some of them have sound effects built in. And when I find the one I want to use, I can just click to add it to my project. So I like this one with the little notifications showing up. I can click to expand my video timeline here at the bottom to see all of the elements that Canva has already built into this. I can play it to see what the whole thing looks like. Okay, so that's it. So I think all I'll need to do to customize this to make it my own is to maybe change out these few little photos that are showing in the background. I'm not going to worry about the text, but I could always change out the text as well. So again, down here on my video timeline, I'm going to find the elements I want to swap out. So for instance, here's the background video of the sunset. Maybe I want to make this more of like an office theme if this is for my business content marketing. So I'm going to find a video to replace this. Now I could either upload my own video if I have some of my own B-roll or something something I want to use here, but for now, I'm just going to find a video that I can swap it out with from the Canva Elements library. So I'm going to come to the left where it says Elements, and I'm going to type in Office. I'm going to click over to Videos here on the top to make sure I'm only seeing videos. Now, again, remember, some of these videos will be Canva Pro videos. You can tell which ones are Pro because they'll have the little crown symbol in the bottom right corner. Some of them will be free content, but if you don't have Canva Pro and you think you'd like to get access to some of these, remember that free Canva 30-day Pro trial linked in the description box below. Because I have Pro, I can also access the filters here. So I'm going to filter this to show me only vertical orientation videos since this template is a vertical video, and I'm going to click Apply. And so now I've got all of these vertical videos showing different office scenes. Again, I can hover over them to sort of see what's happening in the video itself. I think I'll just choose this one. So I'm going to click and drag this down over this other video and drop it in so it replaces it. And now you can see it is the new background video. And now I just need to replace some of these photos. So I'm going to select that one and delete it and bring in whatever photos I want to show here into this frame. I'm going to come over and just choose some of my personal brand photos to bring over. So I'll bring over the photo and drop it into the frame. I can always double click to reorient this photo. So I'm going to drag this up a little bit and then click Enter. Here's another one of the photos. I'm going to delete that and bring over another one of my brand photos here, drop it in. I know I said I wasn't going to alter the text, but I just feel like this doesn't make sense. So I need to go ahead and just change this out to make sense with an office theme. So I'm going to say Happy Monday. And now sometimes you'll notice with these templates that there will be some text that is Canva's tip to you for using this template. So of course you wouldn't want to leave that in. You're going to go ahead and just click on that to delete it, get rid of it. Okay, let's go ahead and play this from the beginning. Okay, I realized I forgot to swap out this ice cream photo, so let me just do that one too real quick and play it from the beginning. Okay, so that looks super cute. And I only had to make a few swaps and it was ready to go. Next on the list, we're talking caption style packs. So when we're working with a video inside of Canva and we want to add captions, we can do that by coming over in our video project to the left where it says text and then clicking on captions. Now, this is not a new area. We've had the captions option in Canva for a while, but there are tons of new styles now and what they're calling style packs, which are basically just presets that combine different fonts, elements, colors, and effects for your captions. So before we just had the classic style to work with, now we've got things like pixel pop, momentum, clickbait, highlighter, studio style. There's this really fun glow one. So you can just simply click the one that you want to add it to your video. So I'm going to try this one that says bold lime. And then I can click at the bottom where to apply the captions to. It's already got my video here in my project selected. So I'm going to click generate captions. And here it is. So when I play the video, there's one thing that I find over and over again that is really hard. I can see the captions popping up here. Now, if I want to make any changes, of course, I can select the captions, come up to effects, and I can see what effects that style pack has already applied. So it's already got a drop shadow with a black shadow underneath. So let's say I wanted to change that black shadow to a different color. I could do that. I could change the color of the text itself by coming up to the top where it says text color, changing that out. So there's just so many fun things you can do with these different new caption style packs to really level up your videos that you're working with. Let me know what you think of this. Is this something you like? I personally think it's super fun to have a lot of different options for captions, and I think it helps us to stay in Canva rather than having to use a whole separate video editor. But again, I want to know your thoughts on these tools. Drop them in the comments below and let's chat. All right, the next one up is the one I talked about earlier in the video, the one that so many of us have been wanting Canva to introduce for honestly years now, and it's finally here. It's the ability to use your own printer. They're calling it Use My Printer. Pretty straightforward, but believe it or not, before this in Canva, you never had the ability to print your project straight from Canva to your own printer. You would have had to download the file and then open it up separately outside of Canva and then print it. But now if we want to use our own printer, we can by coming up to the top right-hand corner where it says Share, and then we can click See All and scroll all the way down to the bottom under this More Options section, and you'll now see where it says Use My Printer. You can simply click that and pull up your printer so you can print straight from here without ever even having to download. This just makes things so much easier, and I'm so grateful that we finally have the option to do this straight from Canva. So there you go, friends. Now remember, if you're interested in selling digital products, which can bring in massive income, then definitely click those links below to grab your free digital product starter guide and to hop over and watch my deep dive digital product masterclass. Talk soon, friend.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.